we're going to go back over what you did, and actually blending can be this light. Why? Just cause. Do not do your blending with any foundation. You don't want to put translucent anything. You are literally just evening the skin. Why? Because on camera, the most important thing is for an even skin tone. Even if you've got like 2 shades darker than you need, it needs to be even. And see how it's natural now? I ruined some of my work, but I evened it out. So for camera and stuff, it's natural, okay? So now we're almost done. Again, this should take Speedy Gonzalez, excuse the reference there. It's actually inappropriate. But Speedy, I don't know, Speedy Sven. How about that? Okay, we are really done at this point. Now, if you are super compelled, oh my God, I look too washed out, I look too whatever, please don't go start putting different colors on your face. Please don't go for blushes and rouges and pink shit, you know, that's like, oh, it looks here, there, whatever. Go over what I consider just like a very, don't look at the brand, a very earthy, but not colory thing. Going over again, deep but blowing. Please, double entendre city on that one. Now, if you insist on giving yourself a little color, only hit the spots that the sun would hit above you. You do not want to create bone structure. Again, light. So compelled. Okay, that's, the sun hits there, right? Sun hits a little bit there. Okay, fine. Edges of the ears, maybe of the nose a little bit. And okay, you've done enough, right? We're not doing the drag queen thing up here, excuse me. Now, have we, no, see, that hasn't really done anything. It's just given me a little bit of shadow and light where it should be, have hit the skin. You don't want to recreate skin color unless you're a special effects makeup artist, right? Okay, now that is it for application. Looking to see if there's any more no-nos. Now, trick for final tips. Toothbrush. This is a little bit used, but get yourself a sharp one. They're supposed to clean your gums and everything. Now, I take just a basic eye cream or something, and I put it on the end of the toothbrush. Now, I don't glop it on. I just sort of put it on there, right? Okay, why do I do that? Because you need to thicken your eyebrows. You also need to shape them, but you can't do stuff with nothing. And I have nothing because I did drag and pluck too much. But you want as much eyebrow as you can get. So you're going to wreck your eyebrow by taking that thing. Don't worry, you can blend over any dampness. And you're going to bring it all messy and down as it could possibly get. All crinkly, messy right into your eye. Again, against grain, crinkly. You're giving yourself some fullness to work with, even though I have nothing, right? Okay, we just did that. Now we're going to flip up to give that old man hairy, oh my God, pluck that thing off. That's what you want. Get that nose hairy look, right? Bring it all up that you've just thickened by brushing it down. Now you're just going to literally take those fluffy nose hair thingies and go one straight line, not too deep in the brow. And there's that scraggly one. You're going to create a line there. Okay, so you want thick eyebrows that are nicely shaped, but not out of control, and just a bit. Now, don't go back over it because you just recreated the look. Now, you know, finally things, if you want, maybe I will lift the eye a little bit there, you know, that they do with concealer. Again, a little brush. Now, what I like to do finally, after all this washing out of myself, is I literally use that toothbrush again. I moisten my lips, It's going to sound crazy, guys. And I go over my lips, a little irritating, screw rouge, and I irritate my lips only where you would put lipstick. And it's sort of like the old pinch your cheek, easy peasy. Okay? Little dab there. Okay. We are done, except for, of course, everybody knows we have to put setting spray on, especially if we're doing a natural look. And so we're going to do that. Doesn't work because I've been using it too much. Maybe dot a little drippy parts. Again, we're going natural. And you are done with your face. Again, I just came out with wet hair. So final touch is I use this, and I again go for the toothbrush. How do you deal with your hair? Okay, you want fullness or do you want it to be thinner? If you take your leave-in conditioner, another holy grail, and you just take goops off. Now, you want thickness. Do not ever rub the conditioner all over your hair because you lose anything to do with anything. I scoop for a thicker look. I go into pieces, and at the base of the hair, I sort of create these little mini glob knots. Again, only in certain parts, little mini twisty teasies. Again, don't be rubbing and everything. You're creating a beachy fullness. Again, you can do that here and here, a little off, and again, twisty at the base. Don't touch the ends. Now, once you shake that, you finger it, okay? Now, you essentially have the look that you want. Now, if you have a larger face, you want to bring it down, you want that heavy look, forget what I've already done. Gloop only on the ends. You're not creating little spikies. You're just dabbing parts of the leave-in conditioner on the ends. Why? Because the weight will bring it down, okay? So you've done that to bring it all down, and then you literally shake it out, and the final touch is back with your toothbrush and brush out pieces of maybe that leave-in conditioner, create some sort of natural beachy throws here and there, and boom, you are friggin' done. Ta-da! So if like it or not, I'm not even gonna look at it because that's how I do it. And again, you get used to this. 5 minutes for the makeup and like under a minute for the hair and the shave. Well, shaves maybe another minute. So I'm gonna try and cut this short now because I know this is gonna go way over, but it is my first beauty tutorial, and it is just literally all I know from my own experience, having watched these commercial television makeup artists spend so much time on creating natural looks. Again, with women, then they will, or whatever, go in with darker earth tones anytime they want to create any sort of eye effect. God forbid, never eyeshadow. They don't put this crap on their face or eyes or anything. So thank you for joining me today. I don't think we're going to do this again because there you go. I don't do drag anymore. And none of this is inspired by drag. So thank you for joining me again and for letting me do my silly little thing. And I hope you enjoyed it. If nothing else, it was maybe entertaining. And I will see you tomorrow with clips, teasers, previews, and a show. Okay? Be good to yourself and be good to those you care about. Bye.